Okay, so in this video, I've got a few thoughts and a few comments. I had 3 players that I thought absolutely stood out in the 13-13 tie preseason game. It is so nice to be able to get, even if it was only for one series, a look at the young talent of the Atlanta Falcons. And so I have 3 guys that I thought were fantastic. One guy that needs to be better. And then I have an article for you, of course, where what other people thought as well. So we're going to kind of dive into that first. If you like this channel, if you've yet to subscribe, give us a like, leave a comment. Who is your favorite player to watch from the first preseason game and why? Would love to hear from you on that. So I'm going to start with the article here. It talks about how it was the first time the starters got some action. We knew this was happening going into the game. It turns out it was only one series, but they have a couple of standouts. They said Desmond Ritter first. I'm not going to talk on that too much right now. I want to talk about Bijan Robinson. They said he was as advertised Friday night. I disagree. I thought he was better than advertised. So here's the thing that we knew about Bijan Robinson. We knew he was this generational talent type of guy. We knew that he was a phenomenal player. I don't think I understood the burst that he had. You see in training camp, you see the videos, you see him blowing by people, you see him running routes, you see all these types of things. I did not realize the explosion that this guy had right at the line. I don't feel like obviously he did it at Texas, but I didn't feel like it was like this. It's rare. And there's been a couple of players as of late that I've seen this with that go from the college game to the pro game and somehow look faster as they become a pro. I guess everybody develops at a slightly different rate, but to be 220 to 225 pounds and to be able to move the way he moves, you have something special on your hands. I know that, hey, you all know we're Lions fans on this channel, but we love the NFL. We like to talk about the teams that the national media ignores. Um, the Lions like Jahmyr Gibbs more than Robinson. They did. And when I was doing the scouting of the 2 running backs, liked Gibbs more than Robinson, but watching Robinson on the field, I don't know if I agree with that belief anymore. So they had these guys as some standouts, but I want to talk to you, and I'll show the box score up here because a lot of people have been saying they want some more stuff up, and I get that, of people that stood out. Now we have the 2 standout that I talked about, Bijan Robinson. Now I want to talk about a guy who had to be better. His stat line was good to an extent. 7 of 9 is good. 80 yards on those 7 completions is good, or 80 yards on 9 attempts is good. The interception's bad. It wasn't a bad decision. It was inaccurate. And that was kind of the theme of the night. You had Bijan Robinson have to do a one-handed grab on a screen pass, simple pass. You had Pitts on out in the flat who had to do a one-handed catch. Drake London had a beautiful contested catch. That was actually a good throw by Ritter, but his throws were just a little behind. And some of that's timing. It's getting your first in-game action for a really long time. And it's not like this guy's a seasoned vet. It's year 2. But if he can just be a little more accurate, oh my goodness, what this offense is going to do. So let's talk about 2 more guys that stood out to me, and then one very unexpected guy that I know well, but most of you may not. So 2 of the other guys that stood out to me were Drake London. He looked quick enough. That's never been his game. That's never going to be his game, is just his blazing speed. That's not what it is, but he looked fast enough. He had great body control. He was able to run after the catch on one catch. He was able to make a phenomenal sideline grab in a one-on-one situation. And if he can do that consistently, he is going to make Ritter's life a lot more easy, just a ton easier. And the other thing I will say, it's not all bad on Ritter. I thought he showed good poise on when to scramble, when to keep plays alive. I thought his scramble ability we knew is there, but I thought he showed good pocket presence on when to get out. So anyways, I did want to say that. Another guy, one-handed catch, Kyle Pitts. Isn't it nice just to see him playing football? The fact that he's healthy enough to get out on the field in a preseason game means that knee is good to go. So that is a standout. I still think Kyle Pitts could do really good things. Matt Collins had a good game, but here's my other standout for you that you may not expect. It is a man by the name of Godwin Igwebuike.
Godwin Igwebuike is a running back. He played for the Detroit Lions. He didn't make the team last year. He didn't stay with the team that long. He has returned kicks for us when we were 3-13-1. He is just one of those guys. He used to be a safety, and now he has switched to running back. You are going to like this guy. He's going to make your team. He had 14 carries for 61 yards. He is a good special teams player. He can be a return man if you need it. And he will be a serviceable third running back for you behind Bijan and Algier. Like, I really do believe that. Now, let me talk about the backfield for a second. When watching Bijan Robinson, like when we all watched Algier last year, we realized that part of it was a product of the system that he was in. Like, we understand that, and that he ran well and got over 1,000 yards, which is a rookie record for the Falcons. But a lot of that was due to the system, due to the line, and how good that line was. How good is Robinson going to be behind that line? And here's what you're going to find yourself, and you're going to hate this. You're going to be watching Algier run, and you're going to be upset that he's in the game. He's a more than serviceable back. He did good for you. Remember, he was a 1,000-yard rusher for you. So don't get too mad when he's in the game because you want Bijan in so much. I would say there's one other standout player that we can talk about for the Falcons, and that's Matthew Bergeron. He was a second-round pick on the offensive line. Understandably, when I was watching the game, I wasn't watching him, but you didn't hear his name called. There weren't any glaring weaknesses. He played with the first team. They kept him out there for another series or two with the second team. He didn't make any noticeable like big gaffes, big errors. So the fact that he's there, that's a really, really good thing. Matt Hennessy was on schedule to be your starting left guard. He was coming out of week 1, but a knee injury in the first week of camp accelerated Bergeron's development. The whole point was that you always hope Bergeron would be your starting left guard. Like, that was the hope, is that he would overtake Hennessy anyway. Well, now it's not hope. It has to be. Hennessy's on IR. So that starting left guard spot is his. But my overall takeaway with this, watching this game, and it's such a short, quick period, is there are weapons all over the field for this team. When you have Robinson coming out of the backfield, and one of the big questions, we all knew he could catch, but we wondered how well he could catch. He proved to be silky smooth with that. Drake London is going to be a good number 1 receiver. He has the build, he has the makeup for it, he has the frame for it, and he has the contested catch ability for it. Then you add Pitts as just a straight weapon. Like, there are weapons all over the field with a really solid, really good, let's say. It's good. It's a very good offensive line. This offense could be dangerous. All Ritter has to do is be pretty good, and you guys are going to have a really successful offense and season. So there you go. A couple takeaways. You have multiple future stars. Bijan Robinson, Pitts, London, all future stars. And if they're all future stars, then you're going to be feeling pretty good about Ritter too. All right. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe, leave a comment, like the video. See you on the next one.